kind of was in the bed for 4 days, didn't move. Had to go home, didn't move, and then try to get back. So, I felt better than expected. And you realize how much you missed the game when you're just sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. So that was great to be back. But ultimately, didn't do enough to get the win. I mean, we didn't shoot well. There's a lot of obstacles you could point to, but the biggest thing is we lose by 8, shooting 6 of 43 from the field. I don't think it's anything to really hang our heads about. Obviously, a loss is a loss, but there's a lot of we did a lot of really good things, and ultimately just didn't result into points, and especially the 3-point line.
What did you like from Craig Porter Jr. down the stretch?
He's steady. I think the biggest thing for him is, just keep continuing. As I come back, as DG comes back, continuing to play, and continue to be him. And you see, I'm like, go ahead, what I'm saying? Go ahead, do your thing, because, he's a guy that can get into the paint, create, and do his thing. And then he shoots the 3-ball better than people expect. He just doesn't like to shoot it. I keep telling him to shoot it. So he's never wavers, And I think that's the biggest thing from him. We love to see it, and we know that's who he is. And so, that's Craig Porter. We've seen it. He's been doing it.
As someone who's respected as a closer on this team, having 14 points in the fourth quarter, he had 14 points in the fourth quarter, and you're considered the closer of this team. How did you see and like what that was?
Something's rolling. You don't waver from it. I don't care who it is. If it's going, it's going. You know what I'm saying? When we trust him, I trust him. See, like I said, it was scoring today, but last game was getting rebounds and getting, finding guys and making the right play. So, at the end of the day, it's all about the win. Doesn't matter the ball's in whose hands. I'm not really tripping on none of that. I think the biggest thing, none of us are, and I think for him, just continuing to be steady and solid. And you can see it on his facial expression. He never wavers. He's always, locked in. That's special for someone who was undrafted and on a two-way, now playing in big moments, for us and against a team like that.
Ryan, it was a big journal. You guys are going to play them 4 times over the next 4 weeks, but obviously all 4 times without Darius and Evan.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, what do you hope to take away from matchups like this?
First and foremost, I like what we did tonight. I'm not really upset with a lot of what we did. There's some calls that didn't go our way. You could point to that, but I'm not really to make excuses. I personally feel like we didn't make shots. I feel like that was what it is. They did a lot of things well. We turned them over 17 times. We did a lot of really good things, but we didn't make shots. And I don't expect myself, Max Strus, George Niang, Karis LeVert, in particular, Sam Merrill to go, 4 of whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. That's make or breaks the game. And there's things we can obviously do better and little things, but that's the glaring thing for me. And they weren't bad misses. They're in and outs and things like that. And sometimes that's the nature of the game. You could play great defense, but at the end of the day, if the ball doesn't go in, what are you going to do?
Jackson, flicking right down Euclid. 4 of your 9 assists went to Jared Allen. What did you see from him today from a scoring perspective?
He's just been aggressive. When I've been out, I've just been watching, finding ways to get him. Look, we did it before I even got out, just kind of getting him going early, and he kind of set that tone early. And, knowing that I draw attention, just hitting him in that pocket, getting to his floaters, getting to his jump shot. And I think he's gotten more comfortable taking, right hand, left hand, or it's a jump shot. So, excuse me. Continuing to, hit him in the pocket, trusting that, and he trusts me. So that's the biggest thing, continuing just to make the right play.
Anything else?
Donovan, saw your tweets, encouraging the team when you were out. What do you pick up when you're sort of watching the team from afar, if anything? Anything surprise you during the stretch?
A lot of what's going on now, I think it surprises everybody else because they're not in practice. But we got guys that can go, you know what I mean? I think the Dallas game speaks for itself. But you look at just this stretch, we could waver. We could easily be like, we lost our guys. I'm out, Darius is out, Evan's out. We could easily be like, oh man, but for a group, we got guys that can go. You know what I'm saying? And doing it together collectively, and that's just been the spirit. That's been the spirit in the locker room. And then as far as playing X's and O's, we got guys that think the game. And do different things. So this doesn't come as a shock. I think the biggest thing for me now is seeing where guys like to, get the ball, guys who haven't gotten reps with, throughout the year, understand where they like the ball, such as Sam Merrill and stuff like that. Craig, I haven't played with Craig much all year, so now trying to, figuring it out, just watching it from afar, and it helps me, because when I get on the floor, I see things that they're doing, and I'm able to pick it up and implement it into the game.